one of the great things to me about what happened at Azusa Street was the fact that it was a black man who was the instrument of this movement that is now a worldwide movement of Pentecostal churches that are reaching multitudes of people. If you look at that context in history, in the early 1900s, in the Deep South, where Baptists, Presbyterian, Methodists were very strong, they were also very segregated. And that was a major thing, overcoming that racial barrier. To me, it seems like that one of the great things that came out of Azusa Street was this barrier, this racial barrier being broken down. Am I right or wrong on that?
No, you're absolutely right. Racial harmony is one of the most striking features of the Azusa Street Awakening. It's unfortunately, to report history accurately, by 1910 it had been lost. But under William Seymour's leadership, there was unusual racial reconciliation and racial harmony. In fact, some of the newspaper articles were very negative, very racist in the way that they reported what was going on because they didn't like whites and blacks worshiping together. Pentecostal groups, classical Pentecostal groups, stayed segregated and polarized until in the 1940s they started the Pentecostal Fellowship of North America, and that Pentecostal fellowship was all white. I have a picture of it, all white, no blacks. It wasn't until 1994 at the Memphis Miracle when black and white Pentecostals came together and a white pastor, unscripted, not planned, asked for permission to go up on the platform and wash the feet of a black bishop. And in that moment, the service broke open and the black and white Pentecostals determined to come together again. The Pentecostal Fellowship of North America, PFNA, voted themselves out of existence as an organization that night, and the following morning reconstituted as the Pentecostal Charismatic Churches of North America.
Yeah. That's fascinating, Jeff, isn't it? I think if I remember, the first segregated church happened during the Second Great Awakening, and this right in the Logan County in that area. And, received great criticism. Yes. And then here in Azusa, the same thing. God has some purposes in that, doesn't he?
Yeah, wherever the Spirit moves. Frank Bartleman is famous for he did all the publishing and put out the Apostolic Faith newsletter. And he actually spread the news of the revival. Bartleman gets very little credit for the Azusa Street Awakening. But he's famous for the phrase that the color line was washed away by the blood.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Amen.
May the Lord do that again.
Yeah.
Amen.
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 Amen.